All right, let's talk about this Super Empower 12 volt mini battery. Because when I first got this, I really wasn't expecting a whole lot. And I have to admit, I was wrong. I tested this battery. Now, keep in mind, let's just take a look at the stats here first. So I tested this battery here with the on these stats here, minimum voltage 12.8 or nominal voltage 12.8. This is a standard lithium iron phosphate battery. Rated capacity is 100 amp hours. Rated energy is 1.28 watt hours or 1.2 kilowatt hours. Charging voltage is 14.4 plus or minus 0.2 volts. Maximum continuous charge and discharge current is 100 amps. Keeping this in mind, charge and discharge current 100 amps. And maximum continuous output is 1,280 watts. Now, a lot of the times when you get stats like that, you put these batteries up in some tests and they don't work exactly the way you would expect them to work. I first ran this battery just for a basic capacity test at 0.2C. Usually this is what I do, is about 20 amps, 20 to 25 amps. Let's call it 0.2 to 0.25 C. I just ran it with a standard solar charger, ran it up, set my charge controller, not my charge controller, I set my charge inverter in my RV to pull, and got it pulling about 24, 25 amps. It produced 102, let's say, and I'll put a couple of stats as we go through it up on the screen, either over here or over there, and show you some of these results as well as just talk about them. But I wanted to discuss it because I've never had results come out like this. So when that happened, I thought, okay, well, let's give it a little bit more of a test. And I upped it to 0.5C, charge and discharge. And it took more than the 1.2 kilowatt hours in, and it exported more than the 1.2 kilowatt hours. But not only that, it did it within 0.1% of what it did the first time, which was mind-boggling to me. So I thought, okay, let's try this at 0.7. It says 100 in and 100 out amps, right? So I tried it at 0.7C, and I got the exact same results again. So then I tried it at 100% capacity charge and discharge, and I got the same results again within a half a kilowatt, within a half of an amp hour every single time. This is the most, and here's what was killer, is there was no difference in the charge and the discharge variance in the voltage. It held until the inverter shut off at 10 volts. I had the inverter set up at 10 volts, and it held every single time to 10 volts with no matter what the draw was, whether it was 20 amps or whether it was 100 amps. And it charged every single time, regardless if it was 20 amps or 100 amps or anywhere in the middle. I could not get this battery to pull or to charge more or less regardless of what I did. So then I hooked it up into the solar shed, which you see behind me, and I recently converted this to 12 volt, and I let it run every single day, in and out, in and out, in and out, and I never, not once, did I get a rating that was less or more than what was on that sticker, more than a half of an amp hour difference. Now, I haven't done a tear down, and I would really love to see a tear down of this battery inside and understand exactly why is it so consistent, because this is the most consistent battery I have tested to date. Not only that, and I want to note, I want to point this out because I can't stress how important it is. This is the mini. This isn't even a big size battery. This is the mini, and it's producing and it's working like that. So this is a fantastic battery. I'll include any links that I've got for it and everything. But It is basically super-empower.com. And when they offered to send it to me, I really wasn't expecting these kind of results. It comes with standard connections on the top. It comes with everything is standard normal, nice handles to carry it around, and it's really small. This is perfect for your small RV, van life, all of that. This is a tiny battery that just performs. I bet I cycled this battery 20, 25, maybe even 30 times, and it never dropped below its rated capacity. Matter of fact, it never deviated from the 102, 103% capacity that it's produced, even a half an amp hour or more, ever at any time. So I want to just give my hats off to them. I don't know exactly, it says designed in America, and I don't know that it was built in America, but it certainly was designed here, and it works. So I want to give hats off to Super Empower, and I want to say at this point, this is my recommended battery of choice. Now, I have not seen a teardown yet, and it may change that, and if there is, I will put a comment in the notes below if I do see a teardown and anything changes in it. But for now, this is probably the best performing 12-volt battery I've tested, and lately I've been testing a lot of different batteries, from 300 amp hours to 280 amp hours to 100 amp hours, and I have not had one that could maintain the stringent standards that this one has. So hope this helps, and I will see you on the next one. And we got some changes coming for the solar shed again, and this time it is big, and meaning the shed's going to be big. So I hope that you will like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Talk to you then.